How's it going? I have a lot to do today, it turns out. I didn't necessarily think I had a lot to do, per se. And then I added a few things to my backlog, and then I added a few more things to my backlog, and then I added a few more things to my backlog. And I have I think 8 things to do. A lot of things. Some of them are pretty small, so some of them won't take very long. But some of them I don't know how long they'll take. I might surprise myself with how long they actually end up taking. Um, so I think I put them relatively in like the order that I wanted to accomplish them. So still starting up Spider, but they so the first thing, yeah, some of them are fairly simple. Um, I'm not calling the game master the game master. That like I only called the game master because that was like what I was kind of trying to implement. That wasn't like a that was more of like a technical description of the position than like how I actually want the this particular like role in the game described, at least in the context of the game. Because here I'll run the script. At least that's something that we can have going. And actually, I can switch over to screen cam, I suppose. Um, sorry, I was the visual anomaly that showed up on screen before the graphics actually showed up was amusing to me. But all right, so let's just shuffle this around real quick, and all right, switch over to screen cam. Hey, look at all these people who are here already. I think some people might have just been chilling out in chat uh, prior. But okay, so yeah, the backlog. Um, Daring leader, yeah. So leader. I think like I already used the term lead in a lot of places where I use the term GM, but I'm just gonna make that consistent. So game master, yeah. So hail game master. So I'm gonna do two things here. I'm gonna change game master to uh, leader. Uh, and going to I'm going to add in an adjective, and kind of like we do with the passive bonuses, I'm gonna not just add in one adjective. I'm gonna add in a few and pick one at random. So I guess I'll just call this leaderly adjectives. um, Adjectives. I'll spell it correctly and everything. All right. Oh, and it will be index LAI. Excuse me. LAI will equal random dot rand int range 0 to the length of leaderly adjectives -1. Because I'm pretty sure the rand int is range inclusive. Right, and so leaderly adjectives still are not a thing yet. I will add that in now. What do we... Oh, yeah, whoops. For some reason I thought this happened. Oh, wow. It's funny how, like, as I work on the script, like, just the shape of the whole document changes. So, like, I don't know, this used to be much lower. Like, this used to be on the scroll bar. This used to be, like, here. And so, like, my sense of perception is now thrown off. All right, so where's the GM? So okay, so leaderly adjectives. Adjectives. I can spell sometimes. Leaderly adjectives equals what? Yeah. So it's like brave. Hey Bradley, how's it going? Welcome. It's like brave. Uh, oh, these should be capitalized. The first letter should be capitalized. Uh, uh, Dauntless. I'll look up these words to make sure I'm using them correctly. Hey, Smelson. How's it going? Welcome. Um, yeah, yeah, a lot has probably changed since the last time you were here. Like, you can see my arms now, which is not super important. It was important to me because like I gesture a lot, and I feel I'm more expressive now. And side quest drops all the way across the bottom of the screen, and yeah, I've been having some fun with that. I just changed it. I also just changed like the color of the like the setting. Like so like if I switch over to like my desktop background is like a light blue, and if I switch over to screen cam, it's like a darker blue. And I don't know. I just enjoy that. Oh, that is true. I'd have to actually. Well, you know what I also have though is I do have like the classic version. So if I ever felt like switching back, I could always make the the switch back. We'll see how it goes this summer. My current place is a lot less hot than my old place, so maybe who knows? Maybe it'll just work out. All right, sorry, I just just like the way I lined things up off screen was like irking my all right, so the adjectives that we're putting in here are things that are synonyms basically for this, and I might cherry pick from the thesaurus because I don't know that many words. Thesaurus.com, brave. So like adventurous, that's a little too on the nose. Audacious. Daring, that's a good one. Daring, fearless, that's an obvious one, but sure. Gallant, heroic. Daring, I think is more on the, like to the point. Brave, dauntless. Oh, I should look up dauntless because I actually don't know what that word means. I assume it means like fearless or like define dauntless. Fearlessness. Hey, look at that. Fearless. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Bold. Brave, dauntless, daring. Bold. Reckless. No. Courageous. This isn't actually. I don't know. This is bending in like a direction that I'm not really intending. Oh, I haven't seen Divergent yet. I saw a trailer for it, but I never actually saw it. Oops, no. What's uh what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah. I try and keep up with a good amount of pop culture, but one thing that always surprises me, because like no one follows like literally everything in pop culture, and the thing that often surprises me is like when a fiction like that will like change the meaning of a word. They'll take like a slightly obscure word and they'll like I don't know use it ironically or something, or just use it like in a very specific meaning, and then all of a sudden like basically the meaning of the word changes. Just in that like when you say that word, like people now think of something different. Yeah, this I'm not like so the words that I'm looking for right now are yeah like brave I think is actually closer than daring because like these I don't know like heroic I don't like heroic isn't the right word but it's like kind of in the same yeah this is like noble yeah all right stuff like this yeah this is more like just generic adjectives or not generic but like slightly slightly like overly dramatic, I guess, or like Forerunner is something from Halo, I guess. I don't know. I never played Halo. Oops, did I admit that? I'm a real gamer. I just never played Halo. And apparently, like Forerunners or something from it. And I tried to use that word once, and like people were like, "Oh, like from Halo," and I'm like, "No, I don't know." So, gallant, nah, grand, gutsy, eh. Valiant. Valiant's good. All right, that's probably enough because this actually doesn't come up very often, so that should be sufficient. Uh, uh, um, all right, so save that. Is that done? I think that might have been the entire first task that we just did right there. That was the only reference to Game Master, I think. Yeah, so we still call some of the variables GM, but I don't feel like changing that right now. So, um, yeah, okay, let's call that done. Daring leader. So, oh yeah, so what we just did is now when I appoint a game master, Trusty Bard says, what does he say? He says like, hail adjective leader instead of hail game master. Just, I don't know, for a little extra flourish or something. Actually, no, you know what? These should be lowercase, I think. I don't know. I might change my mind about that, so I'll just do like dot lower in case I feel like making it uppercase again. Because like my GM display name is all lowercase, and like I've noticed others are too. Like Smelson, for example, all lowercase. So I don't know. It would just look weird if like the two like less important words in the sentence were lowercase and the name wasn't, like the important question in the sentence. Yeah, I just started streaming, so sometimes it takes a little while to pick up. I actually, oh hey, Creative 69, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I wasn't sure what today was going to be like with streaming because today is like the first day of the Global Game Jam. And I'm sure there are going to be like a million streams on right now. So I honestly like I didn't stream today. I didn't start streaming today because I was like I should stream today. I started streaming today because I'm like, well, if I'm going to be working, I might as well start streaming. Lurker mode, yeah. Okay, this is something that I talked about a while ago, and I decided not to do it because it would have been overly taxing for a feature that I didn't think was like mandatory. But now we're taking that tax in order to support GM as a feature. So now we can do that. Yeah. So oh, thank you. This project is still 100% me. So yeah, I've been drawn. Which background is it? Oh, the mountains. Yeah, yeah. I stretched it all the way across the bottom of the screen because when I started changing up the layout of I was like, I don't know. It just seemed weird to just have like this one little chunk on the end where it like wasn't, and so I was just like, yeah, I think that helps because like now it feels like it could be more sprawling or something, and then thank you, and then yeah, I changed the character art too. Do you mean like the hey Jocko, how's it going? Welcome. Do you mean like my lip sync? Yeah, people have told me that like my lips don't line up with the audio. I don't know if that's what you mean. Hey, Eric, Valkovic, welcome. How's it going? All right, so yeah, so lurker mode. Right, okay, so basically I think I might have even started putting this in at one point. I think I think I started implementing this and then I think yeah, I started implementing it and then when I changed my mind because I realized it would be too expensive, I think I just undid all the things that I had done. But yeah, so I'm gonna just set lurking equals true. True. Save that, and then I as a habit I've started, or not as a habit but just as like because like Trusty Bard and I are always here, I've started in order actually mostly in order to speed up testing, I made it so that we like Trusty Bard and I are always in the game. I think I'm also now going to make it so that player dictionary index Trusty Bard Trusty Bard equals excuse me dot lurking Was it lurking? Is that what I called it? I forget. Yeah, I think that's what I called it. Lurking, yes. Equals false. So yeah, so now players are going to default to lurking. And lurking doesn't mean basically anything except that it doesn't show your name tag while you're lurking. And that's because I oh I know what's going on, Jocko. Uh oh yeah, sorry. I can't help you, Jocko. It sounds like Twitch is just not being kind to you. But I hope your stream eventually loads so that you can join us. And I know you can't hear what I'm saying because your stream hasn't loaded yet. I can't play technician in chat right now. It's just too distracting. Okay, so yeah, okay, so yeah, lurking doesn't do anything yet, but basically I'm going to at the point where we would play a player's name tag. Oh. Uh, if someone wants to tell Jocko to like hit F5 or something, maybe, maybe that would help him out. All right, yeah. So what is it? It's the parade. Yes. So for LI in parade, if player name tag A. No, this isn't it. This is the clear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So we're gonna add one more check here. So if player name tag is greater than 0 and player dict index li dot lurking, not lurking, and not player whatever. So yeah, so now if the player's lurking, we won't see their name tag. It won't even show. Yes. Yeah. I've kind of a lot on YouTube. Oh, I hit with my YouTube archives, I hit a bug a couple months back, and I got really far behind on uploading, and you can only upload them so fast. So I'm catching up, and eventually I plan on catching up to like current time. But yeah, I'm still catching up on that. I think I'm like a few weeks back at this point. I have like everything up to January, and like I have some of January uploaded. But yeah, there's a lot there. So when I'm not online, actually this entire project has been done on stream. So if you go back to like October, you can see like the very first day of this project, and I literally just don't work on this project off stream. So if you want to see this entire project created from start to finish, you can just like yeah, go through the archives. All right, so okay, so that is all set now, and so the only last thing that I need to do now is make a way so that players can stop lurking, and the criteria to stop lurking is to just say anything in chat. The reason I'm putting in this feature is because sometimes, like, in my free time when I'm just like browsing other streams, like there are like bots or like people or just like I'll just pop into a stream to be like, I wonder what this stream is about. And then someone will like call me out by name, and it's like, whoa, I like, okay. It's like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's like I just popped in to see what was going on. Like it's neat, I guess, that you feel like welcoming me to the channel, but like I don't know. Personally, I think lurking is like a valid like mode of like internet participation, and like I just want to respect that. So yeah. So previously we didn't check like. Previously, we only checked chat participation at certain times, but now because we implemented the GM feature. Oh wait! Am I wrong? Can I not do this? Am I? It just occurred to me we only check the GM. We might only be checking that GM stuff when like the GM is actually on. Hold on, let me I might have been mistaken. I might not be ready to actually add this, but it is something that I want to add, and it would be nice if I could add it. But let me see. All right, so name. No, we split name up front. Okay, yeah. I guess we don't even really have to, but we do, and that's the important part. So we have name up front. Um, so what we're gonna say is, why Hera? Welcome. How's it going? that that's one. Oh, Shirigawi, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, Smelson, that is that is one interpretation of that. But I feel like this context is one wherein it is something that we can respect. So okay, so like I could just put it in right here. I'm just trying. I could just like add the check right here. I'm just trying to think if there's like a better place that I should add it. Like, are we already filtering for priv message somewhere? It looks like not. So, but yeah, I mean, this is like, if these things are true, then this other thing won't be true. So, we can at least make it an elif down here. All right, so we'll make it an elif right before checking the GM name. Actually, we could put it after the GM name. Whatever. Okay, so L if name or no L if player dictionary. Oh, we do have to do this after join. Wait. Was there a situation where we might accidentally process this before the player is added to the player dictionary? I guess we'll find out because it'll crash. If that gap exists, then it'll crash. So we should find out soon. Okay, so elif name dot lurking and oh yeah, and priv message. Yeah, so and t split 1 equals priv message. This means that the player said something in chat. And because the player said something in chat, they're clearly not just lurking. And so we're just, like, all we're going to do at this point is just show their name tag. And that's like, yeah. I just feel like that's a little better way to respect people's whatevers. Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't an else to the rest of the stuff, though. Necessarily? Yeah, no, this isn't an else. Whoops, I lied. I mean, it's like, it's technically like it won't matter if that other stuff is going on, but like this, we might. I mean, like hypothetically, I don't really see it happening, but like hypothetically, I could appoint a game master who hasn't spoken in chat yet, and then if I had done that, but if it's only the game master, I can just like case that. I can just like, I can just go like around that. Huh. Wait, what is this else if event on business? What is this the else if to? I really need those little lines that connect, that show, wow. Wait, is that the else to this or to, I don't even, I really need those lines that show, that indicate like what's the else to what. But no, for ease, I guess I'll just put it, I'll just put it up front. So if the player's lurking and they submit a private message, then they will no longer be lurking. Yeah. So lurking equals false, and that's all we have to do, I believe. So after this event, I'm going to restart the script, and we'll see if it works. We'll just see a lot fewer name tags, which could also be a good thing, because if we see fewer... Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. The game sound is oh oh my okay yeah my gloves. Sorry, a couple of questions. So my gloves. Yeah, one of my pet peeves is if my fingers get cold, and especially like when I'm using them for things. I don't know. So the gloves, it helps. And then yeah, funny you should ask about adding the about like the action tags and stuff. Um, I actually one of the things we added like last week and this week is the option to have a player from chat, like essentially have anyone act as game master. I guess if anyone's yeah, so like this is a thing that like works now. We tested it out yesterday, and it's like it's like a thing now. It's like a feature in the game. Uh, so if anyone at some point is interested in giving it a shot, and like if someone wants to try, oops, my clipboard is not working for some reason. It's not working between computers, which it sometimes does and sometimes doesn't. All right, there we go. Yeah, so this is I wrote up it's like a 2-page guide on like how you can act as game master or a leader is how to lead side quest is what I'm calling it. So yeah, you can basically take the role of trusty bard, um, or like I basically I can appoint a so yeah, if you want to give the doc a read, Smelson, I can appoint you game master. So or leader as I'm not terming it. So yeah, it's weird is the thing. Like there are special commands and it's slightly confusing and uh, um, but yeah, I can. I mean, the gist is basically that like there's a special formatting that you have to use in order to initiate the events. It's not that special. You just have to start it with Hark, and then you have to include 2 of those action tags. So, for example, like you could literally say this in chat. Oh, and then there's the multi tag, which you can say if you feel like making it multi. And there's like a special thing that you need to say in order to conclude the event. So, yeah, it's not like literally the easiest thing in the world, but I mean, there's like I think there's like what like 4 or 5 commands altogether. Once you learn those, you're good. G2G. All right. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna restart the script so that we can test out lurk mode, see if that's working. Uh, I don't know what you mean, Jocko. Okay, but I'm glad to hear you fixed it, or fixed some of it. Yeah, I have to leave the script down for a second. I'll move that so lurker mode. I'll just put it in present. Hey, new follower. Uh, Not gonna say your name, but I do appreciate you following, and thank you for your viewership and your support. um, I'm sorry to hear about your condition, by the way, or maybe you're proud of it. So congratulations on your condition. All right, so yeah, the next thing. So yeah, okay. So this doc, how to lead side quests, is gonna get a little longer because I want to add in 3 more commands. I know I said there were only a few commands, but all right, cool. Yeah, important stuff is fun too. Thanks for stopping by, Smelson. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Um, so um, so, so yeah, so the thing about side quests is like, as you may have noticed, like the backgrounds like scroll and the backgrounds scroll and for the most part there's like a map of like how the backgrounds connect to each other, but I mean basically the way it works now is like the backgrounds changing are fairly like they're just like how to describe it? They just like basically the adventures like they tend to wander a little bit. Like there's no like specific course that they're taking. So the commands that I'm going to give the GM now are a command to actually it's probably long enough. We can restart the script and see if that other thing worked. But yeah, I basically want to. What? So, something didn't work. Hold on, let me see what this is. And my other computer's barking at me, so hold on, let me tell my other computer to stop barking for a second. Uh, yeah, what did I do? Alright, so this is probably, wait, what? Key error. Welcome? Oh, no. That's not right. Oh. I did put this before the join message. Oh, no, this... Huh. Yeah, maybe I should just put this at the end instead of the front. I don't know if that would necessarily help, but it could. Oh, yeah, no, you know what I should check first? I should check private. I should reverse the order of these things for one thing. Because it's not a private message, then we don't care what the name is, and so we certainly shouldn't be checking the player dictionary. So that should help with some things, and then yeah, it just seems like there's no reason that this needs to be up front. So let's put this as far down as possible, actually. How indented is this? This is pretty indented. I can't. I'm not even. I really need those vertical lines that indicate like how things line up. Uh, uh, Here, I was gonna say I could help. I was gonna change your name, but I can only change it to. Never mind. I can change it, but it'll only show up on my screen. It wouldn't like actually show like other people. Anyways, yeah. What on earth is? All right, I guess I'll just count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or actually, wait, hold on. Let's copy that, and then does that line up with this? Yeah. Okay, so it lines up with this. So this is the else case to GM name. So yeah, no, because of some of these else cases, I can't. Yeah, this whole thing is like structured a little weird. No. This is fine actually. I just yeah, no. This should be fine. I'm gonna get rid of that line break. I'll just wait till the very end, which is I guess this. This is the last else case. So I just go to the end of this else case, and then we're good. Which I guess is here. Let's see. We want to go indented this far. Oh, I had that thing on my clipboard, and I lost my clipboard. So if if t-split index 1 equals priv message and name no and I guess I should check that the name's in the player dictionary. Nah, whatever. And well, because if there's a private message coming through and we haven't added the character to the player dictionary yet, that seems like weird. But I think because of like since the join messages come in pretty late, I think that's actually feasible. So I should probably just check if tsplit priv message. If name not in p player dictionary dot keys, then we should probably add the player like right then and there. Why did that come out capitalized? I did not have caps lock on. We should just add the player then and there, because why not? So like add player name, I guess. Is that gonna, like, is that gonna like desynchronize anything? Is that gonna mess anything up? Oh yeah, wait, and T-split. All right, so I clearly got some of this wrong. Hold on. This is a pretty big conditional. uh, so what was it? T underscore split index one. Yeah. So, this, this should be fine. I might even be doing this already. No, I'm probably not. No, I'm probably not. But I'll just do it here, and then, so the thing is, the really important thing, like the thing that I really can't, um, the thing that I really can't, sorry, I was just reading chat. The thing that I really can't mess up, the one thing that, like I can do, there's like some fudge room that I have when like dealing with the player list. The one thing I can't do is I can't add a player to the player list after they've left the game, because if I do that, it's like exploitative. Like it'll just mess up the it'll mess up a lot of things actually. So I'm really nervous about adding in like add player. Like I don't think there's a way that this would be exploitative. Like, because in order to send a private message, you have to be present. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I should just go over like this entire conditional and like double check that I'm doing it correctly. Uh, well, let's look at the other places that we add players. Because that'll be. So, yeah, initiative bonus, like hypothetically, that would be an opportunity where we'd want to add a player. So, we're adding them for the late dictionary? Really? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, we're doing other similar things. So, I don't think this will hurt. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. We'll find out. So okay, and then so if name not in player dictionary dot keys, like add player, and then if player so I just wanted to do that because otherwise there's the off chance that the player is not already in the dictionary, which would cause an index error if I tried to reference dot lurking. And then, so this is where we just say lurking is false. And this should work, hypothetically. I mean, the last thing hypothetically should have worked, so I don't know why I feel obligated to say, like, I just did something, and I don't think it's bad. Like, I think the fact that I just did it as save that. So, yeah, hold on. I'm just reading chat. Depends whether your joke is appropriate, Jaga. We might want to hear a joke. For you, I don't know. You kind of ride the edge, so I don't know what to expect necessarily from a joke that you might offer. All right, let's see if this works though. All right, it didn't crash immediately. That's good. So that's Trusty Bard, probably. So Trusty Bard's not lurking, or else this doesn't work. One of those two things is true. And then that should be me, and I should also not be lurking. But like other name tags should not show up because other players should be lurking. Like these players should all be lurking. Look at you lurkers, lurking it up, lurking. All right, so that seems to work. And I guess we'll find out if it doesn't work, like if and when the game crashes and does other gnarly stuff like that. Yeah. So, yes, I do tend to laugh a lot, huh? All right. Okay, so yeah, the next thing I was gonna add was the the what. Why did I minimize that? I was gonna add the environment command. So I'm gonna move that into present. This is fairly straightforward. The first thing, the first thing I need to do is like come up with like how this command is implemented. Oh yeah, yeah. Is this a mispronunciation request? I take mispronunciation requests. So since you asked me to say this, I'm assuming it's a mispronunciation request, and it's obviously, it's alpaca Kenon, I think is what you asked me to say. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. All right. Um, so, I don't think I'm supposed to get your joke out. And I appreciate everyone not working around the chat filter. So thank you to everyone who is very respectful of the chat filter. And generally like the tenor of chat wherein we are mostly well behaved. Although now that I say that out loud, it occurs to me, most of the reason I was like, I used to be really strict about like what was said in chat, and a lot of that was because I used to have chat on screen. I guess now that I have don't have chat on screen anymore, like it's basically up to you guys to like figure out what you think is acceptable. Although I will still impose my my opinion if it gets a little out of hand. Oh yeah. I think that checks out, Smelson. It was a joke. Okay, no, no, it seems that seems legit. Okay, sorry. So yeah, so the command, yeah, I'm gonna look up some more archaic, some more fun archaic words, such as something to express like I don't know. We'll see what we got. Archaic words. Something to express. So yeah, right. So the command to like teleport somewhere. I yeah, I haven't been streaming very late lately, but it's pretty late in Europe right now. Or I guess not yet, but it tends to get pretty late in Europe pretty fast. No, it's like relatively late. What's like 8 o'clock over there? So, uh, all right. Basically, I need a word to. So the word that I'm looking for right now is one that will indicate like let's go somewhere. Like let's go to a place of some sort, of some nature. Uh, because this will be the command for the leader to teleport us. I mean, it's not going to like be a graceful transition or anything. It's basically just going to like snap from like one place to another. Um, so like the gist will just basically be uh, uh, the yeah, it's not going to be anything like super graceful. Basically, it's just like the leader calls out like hey, we're going to the cave or something, and then all of a sudden we're in a cave. Uh, so gosh, actually, now that I think about it, is this going to be like weird? I mean, it's going to be weird, but like, how weird is this going to be? Because like once I get the command and once I get this all set up, like if we're not in the middle of a transition, everything's pretty straightforward. But there's also going to be the scenario where we're in the middle of a transition. I guess um the I think I might be able to, like, if we're in the middle of a transition, I think we might be able to just like cancel the transition, just like finish the transition, like just reset the transition. I think we can stomp on that, and I think that's okay, hypothetically. but I guess we'll find out. All right. So the word I'm looking for is it's very well, it's archaic. All the commands in this game are very archaic. Uh, so huh. We really need like a reverse dictionary where you can type in a definition and it gives you the word that you're looking for. Someone needs to invent those. Maybe it exists already. Uh, oh, toward with toward what or which place? Oh no, that just means in that direction. It doesn't actually. It's not. Uh, I'll call that like Plan G, in case I can't come up with literally anything else. Uh, Wither. uh, Hold on. Let's search for place. Maybe there are other. Because I guess maybe it'll just be a reference to a place. Not these. Oh, thither. Maybe. Maybe. I'll call that Plan C. um, some wither. Hmm. That's interesting. This whole like ither family of words seems. Hey, we got a new follower. Uh, Jaden. Hi, Jaden. Welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Thank you. Um, so I'm looking for a word for. Oh, hither. Oh, yeah, sure. Hither. Hither. Sure. Hither. That's probably the winner. That's probably it. Because that word is like slightly recognizable, right? If I was like watching, I don't know if this word was like around when Shakespeare was like writing stuff, but like hypothetically, if like a word like this showed up in like a work like that of someone of like I don't know an older like an older work, I might be able to discern the meaning of it, and that's like kind of like my criteria for the commands. Like they're supposed to sound like really, really just well, so the reason that I'm using like, so part of the reason I'm choosing words that like are just so weird and like archaic is that I want it to make, I don't want the commands to accidentally trigger when they're not intended. So like if the command was just go, like the leader might just say the word go and not actually mean it as a command. Like they might accidentally say it in a sentence, and I don't want that to get picked up. So hither. Oh, so thither. Nah, hither I think is okay. Because it's the leader, right? So the idea I guess is like the leader goes there first and says hither, right? So like hither to the cave or something. Is that's I mean so like the command is basically yeah. So the interesting thing about this command is that it's a two-part command. There has to be the word there has to be the word oh, so another thing is I don't actually take suggestions, and so it's obviously not open for or with knowledge that I'm not taking suggestions. It would then be subsequently quite clear that I'm not accepting a vote on this, and uh, I know I do ask rhetorical questions, but I do that because that's how I think, and so if I do that, I apologize because I'm talking to myself. But in general, it's actually helpful if we can avoid using suggestions because I don't know because then otherwise I have to spend a bunch of time talking about stuff like this. But right. So hither. Thank you everyone by the way for being such wonderful chatters because this like there are days that I'm like this is never gonna work, and then sometimes it just really doesn't work and we just have to suffer through that, but then a lot of the time it does work, so thank you guys for all the times that it does work because it's a little bit crazy. uh it's a little bit miraculous. I don't know. All right, so uh so yeah, that should be good. I I think I have my train of thought back. Why is there just random like line breaks here? I don't know what that was about. All right. Yeah. So here's where the GM issues commands, and so, oh no, this is where I issue commands. No, yeah. Let's go down to where the GM issues commands. I mean, I might want to. Hey, Crazy Mr. Cat. This game is it's supposed to be like a light adventure game. Um, it it right now it's a game about pushing a boulder out of the path. But like generally the idea of the game is that everyone here, actually everyone here represents like these characters here, and oh, is it? Are people? Oh, no, no. Oh yeah, I was looking at the screen and I was like, is why are no name tags showing up? Like, is everyone stuck in lurker mode? But no, no name tags are showing up because it's in the middle of an event. I'm curious to. I think I might leave this on screen for a second. Just this little OBS graphics panel, whatever, just so I can see it. Because otherwise, I actually can't see the game graphics, so I wouldn't notice if there was something going terribly wrong. All right. Yes. Sorry. Crazy Mr. Cat. This is like the idea is like that. Like we're a group of adventurers exploring for like I don't know, great glory. It's a little indistinct, but it's the game's also very open ended. So it's like it's supposed to be kind of driven around like storytelling, or at least that's an option that hasn't been fully explored yet. But the game like is built in that manner. So uh, sigh is an option in as much as you are free to say sigh if you so choose. It's not an option in as much as you actually get points for it or that it does anything in terms of how the game interacts. Uh, there are a few of those in there. All right, so yeah, where's so the part where the GM enters commands is down in this section here. So for example, uh, yes, here's alack, huzzah. These are the other words that are archaic and kind of stupid, but I'm using them as commands. So elif, I can just append this right on the end because these commands are mutually exclusive. So oh, actually no, it doesn't matter if an event is on because we can. I mean, it's weird if you do this during an event, but it doesn't matter if an event is on. So if t, excuse me, t split. Excuse me, sorry. Um, um, all right. I was like, so sorry, I was just thinking because I have a command where as like I guess the moderator of the game. What can I do? I can I can rename a player. I was just thinking I might rename one person for no particular reason. um, uh, I might, but I don't even know what I would rename them to. Uh, but so if I did plan on using it, it would be the command would be pound name and then just the new name. Oh no no, pound name, the actual name, and then the new name. I think is how this command works. Uh, yeah, com lines 1 equals 2. All right. Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it used to like literally say um it used to literally say like how many experience points you got like per action. Like oh, so nice. Oh yeah, so if we look at the outcome of the previous event, the boulder top was cleanly into the ravine. Nice left, 4 adventures. Right, 1 adventure. So nice and perfect are indicators of how much experience you get. Another indicator of how much experience you get is immediately after the event, it literally tells you on screen right here how much experience you got. So those are the 2 primary indicators. Yeah, it used to say in the message like nice left for adventurers. It would actually say like nice left like plus what would that be like plus 3 experience or plus 2. The thing is, it changes now, so I took it out. Yeah. So now, if you care about the exact number of experience, you have to watch the HUD. Yeah. Um. So I'm gonna rename one of our players to my parrot is small. uh, Nothing personal. I just uh, oh, what's the capitalization? Oh, there's capital M. Oh, actually, no. I guess that doesn't matter. But whatever. I might as well. Uh, is yeah. So it's nothing personal. But I don't know, cause it shows up on screen here, like it's like I don't know. All right, so yeah, okay. So if you see that name on screen, that means you. So I just it doesn't like affect your account or anything. It just changes the name that displays on screen. So uh, just for clarity. Okay. Uh, so did I miss anything in chat? Hold on, let me just check. Okay, I think I'm caught up. All right. If you want to choose something else, you're welcome to. I just I just chose parrot because like it also started with a P and oh, it didn't work. It's still showing up as huh. Oh, I misspelled it. I see how I misspelled it. It's because uh, it's because you're tricky, is how it is. It's Smale. Your name is Smale. Uh, uh, so I'll name it your parrot is Smale. Do you want it your parrot is Smale or do you want your parrot is small? uh, uh, all right, let me know. I mean, it's up to you. I just, yeah. All right. There you go. No, you played with the capitalization. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing, parrot. Uh, Smell the parrot. All right, cool. Everyone's happy. I also haven't used that command much, so now, yeah, there we go. Okay. uh, I like how you think we have a dirty mind because we thought the word smale was actually small. That's the dirty part. That's the dirty part is the word smale small, not any other part of that name. All right. All right. So what are we doing here? Oh yeah. So T split. This is where we're checking for uh, T split index 3 equaling hither. Uh, yes. Hither exclamation point. And then yeah, that's satisfactory. Um, Although, uh, huh. I guess. I guess. So the next thing we have to check for is the name of a another environment. We should probably surround it in square braces, or yeah, probably square braces. Square braces tend to be how I denote. No, square braces tend to represent stuff that's like outside of text. So Huh. Well, I mean, the alternative would be I can so the alternative would be uh I could go like word by word through T-split and check the first instance of an environment name in T-split. If I don't like okay, so my options are I could use like special characters to somehow make the destination part of the command like really just pop out. The disadvantage there is that it makes the text look weird. Like so when then the GM, for one thing, the GM has to remember the special characters and they have to format the command uh, correctly. Um, the alternative, just by looking for like the name plainly in text, like the names right now are like snow, river, cave, mountain, forest. So like hypothetically, I guess it wouldn't be very common, but like hypothetically, you could accidentally use the name uh, of another environment that you didn't intend to go to, and so it might send you to the wrong environment. I might not care about that though. I might just say I might just loop over the environment list and just pick the first one, and then it's just up to the GM. Well, I mean that could work now, but like that could actually like hypothetically someday there could be like tons of there could be tons of environments. Like, I mean, like I can add in new environments as fast as I feel like drawing them. So I don't feel like drawing them very often, but like I don't know if this game ran for a long time, then like someday it might be it might be there might be like hypothetically like hundreds of environments. So yeah, no, I should probably use a special character. The thing is, like, for most of these commands, I've been using square braces, but I've also been using the square braces in a very specific way. And if I was, uh, um, the sorry, I lost my train of thought. the so I could introduce a so like oh yeah, so if I wasn't gonna use square braces, I could use the pound sign, but that the pound sign means something very specific. So uh I mean I could use another cue, like I could just use like the last word or the first word. Uh nah, I think for now like the simplest one is just look for the name. Just the plain name. Just stop whenever we find one. And the general rule will be like with this message for GMs, like don't get too frilly, because if you like, you know, the more words you put in here, like if you're gonna add like a lot of extra text here, um, then that just increases the risk of like colliding with another environment accidentally. So yeah, that sounds fun, I think. Uh, so for li in what's the it's like envlist or something like that. Is that it? Envlist? No, it's not that, but something like that, I think. Uh, uh, EV lists. No, that's event list. um, what's the one that lists the backgrounds? BG. Oh yeah, right. That was back when I called them backgrounds. So BG lists. Yeah. All right. So for li in BG list, uh, oh. Yeah, no, this is fine. So for li and BG list, oh, No, this is probably fine. It was just occurring to me, like, hypothetically, if like if I had a background named like Mountain, and I had like a game master named Snow. Like if the game master's name was Snow, like hypothetically, if the game master's name is the same as an environment's name, then that could cause a misfire. So now I'll do it the other way around. I guess I'll say for I in range uh, 3. No, start. The range is inclusive, so starting at 4, and going to len uh, length of T split index, or no, not index anything. The length of T split -1. Hold on, let me think. Hypothetically, the hypothetically T split could end at 3. So I should probably start at 3 because that's harmless. Hither is. I'm never going to make an environment called hither, and that's just like a slightly quicker check. This one's slightly less likely to fail. So for all right, so we're going to go over T. So the remainder of T split. Hey Jonas, how's it going? Did I say hi to you? I forget. I was just reading what you're saying. And oh yeah, do you use better Twitch TV? Because I just use I tend to prefer dark themes across the board, so I tend not to like the light design in most places. All right. What was yeah, I was typing. Oh yeah. So if no, not I. If T split index I in BG list. So if BG list is just the list of our environments. So if T split I is in BG list, then that means that, well, the last thing we can do is break because we're done looking. We know we have our environment that we want to transition to. Excuse me. We just need like variables for like GM teleport or something. Like GM teleport. Actually, no. I guess we could just do the teleportation up front. We don't need to like defer it or anything. Yeah, no. We can just do the teleportation up front. We can just do it. If it was a Oh. No, yeah, no. The reason I tend not to do it right there, the reason I tend to separate it out is so that way I can give myself, like, using my secret panel, like, I can give myself the teleport command if I felt like having a teleport command. Um, uh, uh, Did you buy it? Did the advertisement work, Creative 69er? Did you buy Oh no, it's stuck on Barbie Super Squad. So you probably can't even hear me. Oh no. Yikes. Alright, where am I going with this? Yeah. So I'll right, so GM teleport equals nothing for starters. This is how we'll choose like the. Yeah, no, this is fine. We can just say GM teleport equals blah blah blah. Because then what we're gonna do is when we find where was it? Too far. Yeah, so when we find our whatever, we can just say GM teleport equals T split index I, and then elsewhere we can check now we can check if GM teleport is anything other than the empty string, then portal. Yeah, I like portal. I really like the first one. I like the second one too. Although I never played multiplayer in the second one, so I'm No, I kind of missed out on that. I heard it was like good. I don't know. I wanted to check it out. I just didn't. I guess I don't know. So yeah, GM teleport equals T split. So now, right, I'm not gonna actually set up the command for like me to teleport using the special secret control panel or whatever, but I will set this up so that down the line when because I basically I plan on putting this like in parity with the rest of the GM tools. Oh, hmm. Yeah, something else just occurred to me is the huh. I do not get paid for anything. um, I'm sure Twitch appreciates your advertisement viewership though. Uh, um, uh, so unexplored cavern I think is worth a few points. I don't know who got that, but sorry. I was just okay. Lauren, congratulations. You sure needed that experience. Okay. The so the yeah, no, the other thing that just occurred to me, like I'm setting up the command to teleport, right? But there's two other commands that I want to set up. So teleport to an environment, and then choose whether to stay in that environment indefinitely, or to not. And specifically, the third command is if you have previously chosen to stay in an environment indefinitely, then uh, there's a command to like cancel that, to like to move on, or to not specifically just to teleport somewhere else, but to just let the natural transitions occur again of their own. Uh, uh, I am I as channel moderator. I don't know. It's weird. It's it's weird. I've granted some abilities to the leader, like to the appointed leader that like even I don't have right now. But then I can even appoint myself to leader. So like I don't know. There's only one leader at any given time. It basically like it kind of it defaults to it defaults to I'm a child. It defaults to Trusty Bard as the leader, I guess. And like because when the like if I appoint a leader and then that leader leaves, or if they for whatever reason decide not to be leader anymore, Trusty Bard will be like, oh, I'll take the lead again. Uh, so it's weird. It's like, and then so then on the other hand, like I have this secret control panel which only I can ever have because this is literally on my computer right now. So like, in order to use this control panel, someone else would have to like literally be at my house. So it's like this. I don't know. It's like this weird like I don't know. There are very many different ways that this game can play out. But there's not like I don't know. It's yeah. Uh, um, oh yeah, yeah. The I should post. I guess I yeah. The other thing that occurred to me is I should probably post. Wait, edit? No. Uh, Not edit. Uh, Stop saying edit, you weirdo. Does this link work? Let me know if this link works or not. Uh, like it works for me, but like it also keeps appending edit to the end, which is dumb. I don't actually. Did I actually make it so that people could edit it? I didn't mean to. Uh, I haven't used Google Docs very much. Uh, huh. It seems it seems to be in good shape. I'm gonna back it up. locally, so that way in case I accidentally let people edit it, I won't have to rewrite it if people decide to desecrate it. All right. Oh no, Jocko. All right. So what was I working on? Oh yeah. So the commands to freeze the scene and to resume whatever. I don't need to be looking at OBS anymore. That's been on screen long enough. All right. I think the command to freeze movement. Okay, thank you for checking that, Jonas. um, the I think the command to freeze movement will be part of like hither. So like basically like when you go to a place, you freeze the movement. Uh, Although maybe it'd be simpler to just do them as. I mean, I kind of want to do it either way. I kind of want to make it so that you can specify it up front or you can specify it down the line. Uh, so yeah. All right, I won't worry about that yet. I mean, I'll think about it. I'll continue to think about it. But so if where am I checking for the if GM mode? If GM active, yes. If what is it? It's GM teleport. If GM teleport not equal the empty string and GM teleport. Nah, whatever. Oop. Oh. Like I open stuff in my browser and I leave them open, and then they make stupid noises sometimes. Oh no. That was a. Whoa, what the heck is this? Is this like a chat room for the document itself? Oh, whoops! It's not quite a super secret anymore. Whoops! Sorry. um, yes, you will get as swag as possible as you gain experience. So, for example, I think. Where's Lauren's character? Hold on, I'm gonna make the screen look weird for a second. Yeah. All right, I don't see Lauren, but yeah. So if you'll notice, like the characters that look different than the other ones, like Trusty Bard, for example. Trusty Bard is pretty high level at this point, so yeah. I just recently added in. I'll just I don't know. I was relatively happy with how the new character art came out, so I'll just quickly show off what like this is the most recent character art that we added. It's very it's supposed to be like sort of a mystic sort of character. Like, oh, I still haven't added a new familiar yet. So like right now, yeah, the mystic has like a little bird friend, but sorry, super secret chat is talking to me. All right, sorry, I can't have this open because the little dupe is gonna is going to whatever. Okay. So okay, cool. So if yeah, so if GM teleport is not equal to whatever. Do we? Yeah, no, no, we can also check how do we what's the name of the current environment? BG name, I think. It's either BG name or PG's name. Are we are we using this value correctly though? Like when the transition is complete and we switch from the current background to the next background, do we switch over the name correctly? At the end of the transition, yes. Okay, good. So we can reference BG's name. Because so if like the teleport, like if hypothetically, if like the GM issues a teleport command, and it's the name of the current environment, then we don't actually have to do that. We can just kind of like we can just ignore it. I guess, I don't know. Wait, this would although actually, now that I think about it, if we if we're in the if we're in the middle of a transition, like let's say we're in the cave and the GM wants us to be in the cave. If we start transitioning out of the cave, the GM can use the command like hither back into the cave or something. And in that case, we wouldn't necessarily want to ignore that command, because yeah. So what do we actually want to do here? So if we need to put in a optional conditional. So so one of the outcomes is trans. What are the phases called? There's a variable that we use to track the phases, and it is called BG trans. So if BG trans equals 0 and GM teleport not equals GM teleport not equals BG's name or BG name, I forget. BG name, not BG's name. No, is it BG's name? Yikes. I'm really weird with my naming conventions. Yeah, BG's name, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Or, so that's one of the possibilities, or stop eating my parentheses. This editor eats my parentheses so much. So much parenthesis eating. Hey, Zero Maverick, how's it going? Welcome. Zero Maverick, resident artist. Alright, hold on. I recognize that one. Wow. You were getting, like, really good, really fast, Maverick. I can't help but notice. Like, the one thing that just really stood out to me about this one is that your lines have gotten even smoother and, like, wow. No way. You didn't. Wow. Yeah. Wow. That is really outstanding. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, so for context, Zero got a tablet recently, and that was several days ago, and now he's a professional artist. Good job. All right, so then the alternative here is every artist says that, Zero. So the alternative is BG trans not equals 0. Not equals 0. Oh yeah, and these are kind of two different cases too, because in the case that BG trans not equals, no, I think in the case that BG trans not equals 0, we can just like clobber stuff. Just slightly weird, but like kind of fine. Kind of. All right, so this is the case where we are going to process a teleportation. So basically, all we need to do is BG's name equals gem teleport. It might already, but oh yeah. So actually, these are very different cases. Yeah. Yeah. No, these are actually very different cases. So yeah, let's put this let's put these as separate things inside here. Yeah, because like in the case that we're in the middle of a transition and we want to just cancel the transition, we don't actually have to load anything there. Like the tough part is that sometimes we have to load stuff. So all right, so So if GM teleport not equals whatever, then if oh yeah, so the last step, regardless of what happens, is that GM teleport equals that, because once we're done with this transition, once we're done processing this, we can set it back to nothingness, to the empty string. Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, it worked. um, sorry. So GM teleport not equals 0. So yeah, so the first thing we'll check is I guess if so BG trans not equals 0, then wait, actually. Yeah, all right, so there's wait, so how do I want to set this up? Because the case is that so yeah, okay, so if BG trans not equals 0 and BG trans equals BG teleport or GM teleport. Or no, not BG trans. BG's name equals GM teleport. This is just a special case where. So then the else case is actually an if case. So L if BG's name not equal GM teleport. And then the last case is the one where BG trans equals 0 and BG's name equals GM teleport, and that's the case that we don't have to care about. All right, so this should be good. So yeah, in this one, all we have to say is BG trans equals 0, I think. I think that I think that literally covers all of it. We just stop the transition. I mean, I could do something in the way of like visuals so that it doesn't just like literally just like cut from one frame to the next, like all of a sudden things magically change. But um, sorry, I was just chuckling at chat. Um, so does someone want to be the leader right now? Does someone want to lead side quests? Because I noticed that Jonas is pretending to. um, hold on, let me. Yeah, and you got the formatting right. So, yeah, that's like basically all you have to do to be. That's the trick to. Oh, I did say Zero Maverick could be GM first, so I'll and like yes, technically Zero Maverick was GM yesterday. Or yeah, I if I say GM or leader, I'm using those two terms interchangeably. I have been calling it GM, but I want to call it leader because I think well, I guess it doesn't matter. If I say either of those things, it means I'm talking about the same thing. So congratulations, Zero Maverick. Bold leader Zero Maverick. uh, uh, all right, so so BG trans equals 0 and BG's name equals GM teleport, right? So literally just setting BG trans equals 0 or BG trans to 0. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the other thing I guess we should do is regardless of regardless of whether regardless of these cases, we should have the BG transition time reset, or else it will just it'll just begin to transition again like instantly, which is not intended. So how do we do that? It's like BG trans time. Yes, BG duration. We'll just reset it to this. Excuse me. Oh, I did not put an if here. I was like, why did this conditional look weird? All right, so yeah, so regardless of what happens, we'll push off the transition, and this might not matter because uh, what? Why didn't that work? Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah, so Trusty Bard says that now if you miss an action tag, and like one thing you can do in that if that happens is you can just say you can just uh if you even if you just say hark run closer. That's another way. Like if you have like the whole text, like the thing that I just put in chat, like hark run closer, um, that's actually a valid command. So like if you have all of the text on screen because you just said it and there was like one thing wrong, you can just put like that one in and that will that'll also initiate the event, and because you just said it in chat, like the text will already be on screen, so people will probably know what you're talking about. Just a pro tip. The other thing I noticed that you keep doing, or that you've done a couple times, Zero, is that you're putting the like you put random at the end, which I guess there's not technically anything wrong with doing that, but you're not supposed to per se, because it doesn't. For one thing, it doesn't do anything, and for the other thing, for like the reason I made it so that you don't specify the type up front is that like technically that's like hypothetically that's like hidden information. I mean, I'd considered that. Yes. So yeah, the idea there is that like basically like you are technically supposed to decide it up front. Yeah, no, it's no problem. But like the reason that it's weird to put it up front is that it doesn't do anything up front, and you can change it later. So like I don't know. In my opinion, it's cleaner to just wait, just not even imply it, because also like I mean some of the I don't know, part of GMing is like figuring out what event to use at what time, and part of playing the game is to like basically like kind of interpret the event and like strategize accordingly. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, the other thing just to mention so like when you are finished with the event and you do conclude it, um, one thing you can do is when you conclude the event, you can include text before it. Like where is it? It's yeah. So like the mansion serves a supernatural presence decided. You can put text before it, and I that's of course the case so that like you can like put some exposition there. The thing about that though is that like when you input this command, it won't be until right after you input this command that Trusty Bard will tell you the results. Like a lot of times you can just look at the chat log and like tell what the results are going to be. But yeah, right after you input this command, Trusty Bard will tell you like the official results or whatever. Like he'll basically tabulate them for you. So the other thing is like you don't have to do all of the exposition. Like you don't have to tell the whole story in this line. Like I guess I personally like think it flows nicer and more like as a story with something before the command. But the other thing is like part of the role of or like yeah, part of the role of storyteller, which the leader kind of is. It's like you can shape the course of this adventure based on the results of the event. So for example, like nice closer, right? So now, I mean, again, like just looking at chat, like you can just like tabulate it yourself. But like hypothetically, if there were more people playing, like if there were 10 people playing, like you might, you don't have to like squint and like count like up and down like which one's which, because you can just conclude the event with like whatever sort of statement, and then Trusty Bard will fill you in on the exact details. The other thing that Trusty Bard will tell you that you can't intuit on your own, you can't just tabulate, is the influence points. So like for example, nice closer 4 adventures, run 2 adventures. I mean with 4 adventures 1 out over the 2 adventures. But the other thing that's happening here is that it's getting sorted. Like the reason closer came before run is not because more people voted for it and not because it got nice. It's in front. Like it's those outcomes are ordered based on the the combined influence of all the players who selected that option. So that's something that you literally can't get until you ask Trusty Bard, or until Trusty Bard like chimes in. So yeah, it's I guess the other and again, like this is like I'm not going to tell you like this is how you have to do it, but like one thing that you don't like you don't have to do if you don't want to, you don't have to like put too much before the like popular command. Like you can just be like, and then the event comes to a natural conclusion. Although I mean like that's a very generic thing to say, but you could say something more thematically relevant to the particular event, but like you don't have to tell the whole story up there. And then the other thing is like events are just one tool. Like I actually like I never intended for events to happen very often because the way like the experience system works, like experience is tied to time. It's not actually tied to events. So if you have like 4 events in 15 minutes or 1 event in 15 minutes, you're still going to get the same amount of experience either way. The 4 events will just be worth less experience per event. So really, I think that, like again, like when you're the leader, you can administer this how you choose. But personally, I think actually the best way to go about it would be to use events infrequently. Like, don't put too many events, because if you're putting in events constantly, then people are just gonna have to like for example, like let's say someone is following the stream, but they're also doing something else as well. Like they're gonna have to constantly like switch over to the other monitor and like there's like it's just like it's drudgery. It's not like I mean like I don't know. For some people, it could be that way. Like for people who are actively participating in chat, like it's not that. It's there's no problem with it. But yeah, no. So part of being leader, I think, is like in my view, like the way I intended it at any rate, is to tell the story first and then put in events at critical junctures. Because the other thing you'll notice is that like the event system, it's open ended, but it's not literally suited for anything. Like there are very many things that you literally can't do using the events tool, and that was very intended because, like I said, events are supposed to be relatively infrequent. I would say like if you have an event more than once every like 5 minutes or so, like that's probably just like I could literally deactivate that. I could literally put in a minimum so that like you can't. Although that would be like I don't know. I'd rather GMs just or like leaders or whatever just like find that pace, because there's definitely a correct rate at which to host events. And I think that's one of those things that'll also become like easier to like as time goes on, like it'll be like yeah, the more practice you get or whatever. Yes. So if the event is so if it's a multi event, like if the event has multi at the end, that means you can choose as many actions as you want. If there's no multi at the end, that means you can only choose one. I'm answering Cedar's question at this point. Sorry, I segued kind of subtly. If there's no multi-tag, that means that it will take whichever is your most recent answer. So if you put in multiple answers, it'll go with the last one that you input. Yes. So if you feel like and you can anytime before the end of the event, you can change your vote, which is actually another thing that makes it a little hard for the leader to tabulate like who's voted for what. Because if people change their vote, then like they'll be like there'll actually be more tags in chat than there are people who, yeah. So, Trusty Bard is he takes all of that stuff into account and he comes up with the final tabulation. So yeah, so in multi, the way it works is you can keep saying tags and you can keep adding tags. But if you say a tag a second time, if you say the same tag twice, then you undo it. Like so you toggle it. So like if you said like for example if that one had if that previous event had been multi and the actions were what run or befriend, then you could say befriend run, and then you'd be signed up for both of them, or you'd have chosen both of them. And if you said run again, then it would undo that, and then you'd only be signed up for befriend. So yeah. Okay. So yes, fun stuff. So yeah, let's finish teleporting. All right, so we're setting up the time correctly. I'm trying to think of what these transitions will look like, and by transitions I mean like these instant teleportations. Hopefully they won't happen very often. At least again, like they're gonna look weird. So like, yeah. All right. Uh. Oh yeah, zero. The other thing, uh, is that we didn't actually test out yesterday, but I'm just gonna mention it just just in case you're in at some point interested in trying it. Is the passive bonuses work too? So if you use Huzzah, you can give passive bonuses, um, which I guess that every time. All right. Is there a way that I can just make it not make noise? Oh, there we go. Okay, no audio notifications. That's better. There we go. All right. Uh, uh, oh, hey, Jocko. Yeah, I was wondering where this came from. All right. Sorry. Uh, So BG's name, BG's GM teleport. This is the case where we legit have to teleport. So we have to do a few things. We have to do what? Oh yeah, so we'll set up a new. We'll do. It's basically the same thing that we do when we start a transition. We have to choose a new. Well, no, we don't have to choose a new background because we have the new background. We don't have to worry about the transitions. We just need to load. Basically, the part we need to do is, yeah. So we need to load in a new environment. So I mean, I guess like since we're doing this all in one frame, we could actually do it like right on top of the old environment, hypothetically. Uh, yeah, maybe. And then actually, I think we don't even have to do these. Yeah, no, we don't have to do these either. Yeah, actually, all right. So this is this is pretty straightforward now that I think about it. All we have to say is env. Wait, what is it? What's the current environment called? Just env. Yeah. Env. Equals environment. And oops, I can spell environment. Just new. It's just reset it to a new environment, and then load in the data for wherever we're teleporting. And I think that's literally all of it. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah. So env.load data. Yeah. All right. All right. I thought this was gonna be hairier, and who knows? Maybe it'll be like super broken or something. But uh, yeah. I mean, like, you're the leader, so like the events are supposed to be like, those are like the critical junctures. Those are where people like have to like, I don't know, like, well, so yeah, like as you know from now that you know the like all the different event types, like either something random happens or like you have to make a decision or there's like a critical point where you have to like work together. But in basically like so like in to compare it to like Dungeons and Dragons for example, like the events is basically like it's like a system of the game, right? It's not the entire game. It's like at least it wasn't intended to be like the so well hold on, let me think of a good example. So like spells for example, I guess. I don't know, this is not the perfect one, but like you there are spells in Dungeons and Dragons. But like you're not constantly like doing spells. Like you can do things in Dungeons and Dragons that don't doesn't involve that doesn't necessarily involve casting spells. It just it's just like I don't know. Again, like it's up to your discretion, but like I I don't know. If you run events too frequently, like the events actually become literally worthless. Like you actually get zero experience from them. Um, so yeah, like I mean, yeah. So the other tools at your disposal, like you can give away passive bonuses, and you can roll dice and stuff like that. So, however, I would consider, I guess, like those three things are like your primary tools for storytelling, and then like there's just like straight up storytelling. I'd say like at least in my experience playing Dungeons and Dragons, like half of what I'm doing is basically just conversing or something. I don't know. Again, do what feels do what like is what you're comfortable doing. Like, because I yeah, at this point like you've spent more time actually like manually running events than I have. So I mean like I don't mean to like yeah I don't mean to like be like bearing over your shoulder. I don't mean to be like a backseat driver or whatever. But yeah, I just I would just encourage you to explore the other tools available to you as leader of the party. All right. So yeah. All right. So env dot load data. Uh, Wait, is it load underscore data or is it just load? Oh, it's capitals for some reason. I'm apparently really inconsistent with this stuff. Env dot load data. We're not transitioning in from anywhere. We're just going to BG's or no, not BG's teleport. GM teleport. Teleport. Yeah, and I think I think that's it. um, no racism, not even against bronies, which I think is not technically a race, but um, uh, 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 yeah, no, I wasn't absconding you, creative. I was actually responding to Jocko. Okay. So yeah, this is all set now. All right. Sorry, Zero. I hope you're not typing something right now because I'm gonna bring the script down and then I'll bring it back up. Oh wait, I'll script down. One sec. Uh, because I think now the teleport command works, right? uh, I guess. Is there anything else that I need to do here? No, I mean it's like it's very graphical and actually yeah, I'm just gonna restart. I'll bring down the script and restart it so that players can join again. But I'm just gonna test this real quick by crowning myself. Uh, Binry. I'm just testing stuff. So sorry. Normal leader Binry. Yes, thank you. So hither we so hither the adventure awaits us in the mountains. Mountains? Yeah, I think it's mountains. It's not mountains. Mountains. Oh, I guess Trusty Bard should say something when that happens. Especially because nothing just happened. Hither. Alright, so yeah, I should, alright, I'll bring this down again for a second, because, yeah, I should add in a confirmation. So, yeah, so one of the things that'll happen here is, say q, dot, append, and then Trusty Bard will just say, uh, uh, um, what should Trusty Bard say? You should probably say. I think I want to say. Uh, I'm just. I'm just gonna. No, it's nothing personal, Jocko. I'm just gonna rinse your chat because like you're clearly not trying to participate in chat like in a meaningful way. So I don't know. I don't know. If you really don't feel like participating in chat in a meaningful way, do it as respectfully as possible. Because like, if you're just being weird for no reason, then it just really doesn't matter if your chat's there or not. And so I'm probably going to rinse it, or I'm not. I don't really care because that's it's up to my discretion. So I assure you, I won't rinse chat if someone says something like meaningful and like contributed to discussion. I will not rinse that chat. But like if you're adding chat that's like pointless, then sorry. Um, what am I doing? I'm looking up. Oh, another archaic word. Uh, yeah. Uh, hmm. Oh, I guess like I guess so the weird thing about the teleportation is that yeah, Trusty Bard will have to add some sort of response to confirm that it worked correctly. Because the other thing is like since the backgrounds are only showing on stream, then it'll actually take all of stream delay for the background to actually change. Uh, so I was gonna make Trusty Bard make a joke about how instantaneous the teleportation was, but I might not instead. I think I also want to. I kind of want to add something a little more graceful than than literally just cutting to cutting to the next environment. But I can worry about that next. First, I'll get like the basic command working. Uh, Thank you, Create It. Um, all right, so excuse me. Um, so yeah, I guess all right. So it doesn't really matter for now. I'll have Trusty Bard just say like uh, 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 like yes, we shall. Uh, yes, we shall journey toward. I can spell journey. I can spell journey. To the and then the name. Oh, oh, I'm not updating the BG name. BG's name. So BG's name equals gem teleport. That would have messed stuff up. That would have messed stuff up. Good. Um, I know that feeling, Jaka. All right, we shall journey to the plus gem teleport. Uh, and then yeah, I'll add with an exclamation point. Trusty Bard is pretty excitable. So he sometimes has exclamation points. He pretty frequently has exclamation points going on. Um, all right. So uh, GM teleport. Yes, good. So now, oh yeah, why didn't? Well, I still don't know why it didn't work before. Cause like last time Oh, 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 I know why it didn't work. It's because I said mountains, period. And I'm not trimming out, I'm not trimming out punctuation or anything. So maybe I should do this yikes. Is there a better way to do this? I mean, I could do it the other way around. I could loop over each of the words in this command, and then for each word in this command, I could loop over the possible backgrounds. But that's like, no, no, no. You know what? We're just gonna shoot. I was gonna say, we're just going to look at the entire. Yeah, no, I know what we're gonna do. All right. Yeah, that was definitely why it didn't work. Sorry, the script is down. It's been down for a while, but it'll come back up relatively soon. What we're gonna do is we're going to, yeah, T-split is the line, like is the line all chopped up already, but we don't have to use the fully chopped up version because we still have top itself, and we can just split top on. Yeah, we're just gonna split top on hither because I don't think we have to worry about hither showing up in other places. The nice thing about using these weird archaic words is that when they show up, you can be pretty sure they're showing up for a reason. All right, so where's hither? Where'd hither go? There it is. Right, so yeah, instead of all this stuff, we're going to say yeah, this is slightly vulnerable to like the multiple response thing, but I guess the other approach kind of was too. So uh, you don't have to worry about screwing things up, Jaka. You're welcome to participate in chat, and as long as you're being like, uh, I don't know, like it's not like there's anything wrong with getting your chat rinsed. Like I understand it's probably a little jarring, especially because you don't actually hear my explanation until a short time later. But I mean, other than that, it's not like I don't know. It's not like you. It's not like it literally injures you in real life or anything. If it hurt your feelings, I apologize. But now you know a little bit more about how the chat tends to work here. All right. So. Right. So for li in BG's list, is that what it's called? BG list. How come this is not plural and the other one is plural? I'm really bad at naming things. For li and BG list. Oh yeah. So actually, first let's split it. So so t break equals top dot split on hither, and this should be the first instance of hither. It should be the only instance of this exact string. Whoops. No, stop deleting things. All right. So this should t break. Yeah. So we can say for li and bg list if li in t break index 1, which is the second half, everything after hither, then that's how we choose our GM teleport. Port equals li in that case, the particular background that we're iterating over. So hey, Thomas Cake. Oh, I was gonna say we're making the game at the bottom of the screen, but then I remember there's no game at the bottom of the screen yet. Yes. So when I bring it back up 0, I'm going to make myself GM just to test this feature, and then and then if it works, I'll make you GM, and if it doesn't work, I'll of course have to continue working on it. But yeah, Thomas, I will fire it up in just a second. Let me just make sure. Oh yeah, so the last thing I have to do is break, and I think that's good. So that should work now, right? That should work. Let's find out.